Welcome to the Transitions Daily podcast. Transitions Daily is an online recovery group that offers a daily distribution of popular recovery resources accompanied by a secret Facebook group for discussion. We hope you enjoy today's readings.
This is Transitions Daily for September 5th, read by Kurt L. from Albuquerque, New Mexico. AA Thoughts for the Day. Sobriety. God willing, we members of AA may never again have to deal with drinking, but we have to deal with sobriety every day. How do we do it? By learning, through practicing the 12 steps, and through sharing at meetings, how to cope with the problems that we looked to booze to solve back in our drinking days. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 560. Thought to consider. Sobriety is a choice and a treasure. Acronyms: BEST. Been enjoying sobriety today? Just for today. Well worth the effort from having fun yet? We aren't a glum lot. If newcomers could see no joy or fun in our existence, they wouldn't want it. We absolutely insist on enjoying life. We try not to indulge in cynicism over the state of the nations, nor do we carry the world's troubles on our shoulders. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 132. When my own house is in order, I find the different parts of my life are more manageable. Stripped from the guilt and remorse that cloaked my drinking years, I am free to assume my proper role in the universe. But this condition requires maintenance. I should stop and ask myself, am I having fun yet? If I find answering that question difficult or painful, perhaps I'm taking myself too seriously, and finding it difficult to admit that I have strayed from my practice of working the program to keep my house in order. I think the pain I experience is one way my higher power has to get my attention, coaxing me to take stock of my performance. The slight time and effort it takes to work the program, a spot check inventory, for example, or the making of amends, whatever is appropriate, are well worth the effort. Daily Reflections, page 31. Daily Reflections. Emotional balance. May direct amends to such people wherever possible. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 83. When I survey my drinking days, I recall many people whom life touched casually, but whose days I troubled through my anger and sarcasm. These people are untraceable, and direct amends to them are not possible. The only amends I can make to those untraceable individuals, the only changes for the better I can offer, are indirect amends made to other people, whose paths briefly crossed mine. Courtesy and kindness regularly practiced help me to live in emotional balance, at peace with myself. As Bill sees it, we need outside help. It was evident that a solitary self-appraisal and the admission of our defects based upon that alone wouldn't be nearly enough. We'd have to have outside help if we were surely to know and admit the truth about ourselves, the help of God and of another human being. Only by discussing ourselves, holding back nothing, only by being willing to take advice and accept direction could we set foot on the road to straight thinking, solid honesty, and genuine humility. If we are fooling ourselves, a competent advisor can see this quickly. And as he skillfully guides us away from our fantasies, we are surprised to find that we have a few of the usual urges to defend ourselves against unpleasant truths. In no other way can fear, pride, and ignorance be so readily melted. After a time, we realize that we are standing firm on a brand new foundation for integrity, and we gratefully credit our sponsors whose advice pointed the way. 12 and 12, page 59. Grapevine, August 1961. Big Book quote: "The alcoholic is like a tornado roaring his way through the lives of others. Hearts are broken, sweet relationships are dead, affections have been uprooted. Selfish and inconsiderate habits have kept the home in turmoil. We feel a man is unthinking when he says that sobriety is enough." Alcoholics Anonymous, 4th edition. Into Action, page 82. 24 hours a day. AA Thought for the Day. One of the mottos of AA is first things first. This means that we should always keep in mind that alcohol is our number one problem. We must never let any other problem, whether of family, business, friends, or anything else, take precedence in our minds over our alcoholic problem. As we go along in AA, we learn to recognize the things that may upset us emotionally. We find ourselves getting upset over something. We must realize that it's a luxury we alcoholics can't afford. Anything that makes us forget our number one problem is dangerous to us. Am I keeping sobriety in first place in my mind? Meditation for the day. Spiritual progress is the law of your being. Try to see around you more and more of beauty and truth, knowledge and power. Today, try to be stronger, braver, more loving as a result of what you did yesterday. This law of spiritual progress gives meaning and purpose to your life. Always expect better things ahead. You can accomplish much good through the strength of God's Spirit in you. Never be too discouraged. The world is sure to get better in spite of setbacks of war, hate, and greed. Be part of the cure of the world's ills rather than part of the disease. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may keep progressing in the better life. I pray that I may be a part of the forces for good in the world. Hazelden Foundation, P.O. Box 176, Center City, Minnesota, 55012. My name is Kurt L., and I'm an alcoholic.
We hope you enjoyed today's readings. You can also receive Transitions Daily via email and discuss today's readings in our secret Facebook group. So for more information, go to dailyaaemails.com today.
Other than the 24 hours a day reading, unless otherwise specified, all quotes copyright Alcoholics Anonymous World Services, Inc., 1952, 1957, 1967, 1973, 1975, 1976, 1980, 1981, 1984, 1985, 1988, 1990, or 2001.